What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Trent. We are back today. Just got back from a big vacation. Was actually out of the country. Just got back, and here we are working back on this thing. Today we're gonna get this power steering pump pulled and ripped out. Don't know what happened to it. Don't know what went wrong with it, but we know it's no good, and we know we got to change it. It was working before when I pulled the motor, and then all of a sudden it stopped. Don't know why, what reason, what rhyme or reason, but let's get it pulled out. Let's get everything torn apart and get her done. So we're gonna need a 15 millimeter socket. There's, I believe the ones that we need are, is it 13? It might be a 13 that sticks up in here, but we do want to get this off. Three flathead hose clamps. Unscrew those real quick, pop it out, get this out of the way, the intake out of the way, and then we are going to start and get this thing pulled off, pulled out, throw the new one on, get it bled, and hopefully the car will run correctly and do what I wanted to do. The last video y'all saw was I had to pull the transmission on this thing again because we had an issue with the throttle bearing, and unfortunately I put that in, and you know what I mean, here we are again. I haven't driven the car. I drove it one time, very lightly, you know, no power, no nothing, because of course we are breaking the car in still. The car has 100 miles on it. It had 110 miles on it when I parked it. So without that being said, we did the first oil change on the car. Everything looked great, nothing crazy out of the ordinary, and yeah, so here we are. We're gonna get it done, get some stuff going, just getting back into the rhyme and rhythm. I've been out for a while and getting my you know, my bearings back on what I need to do and what I need to get done, and this is the one thing that I need to get done, except for these headlights. These headlights are next. Probably gonna pull those tonight and start working on them tomorrow in the morning, and y'all will see that video too. I'm gonna get this video done tonight and edited tonight and saved. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's get done. I'm gonna put a picture up of what exactly we need on the screen to replace it, and boom, we'll be good. Or what y'all need on the screen to actually replace it, and we'll be good. Now that it's starting to rain, that's great. I'm gonna take our pulley puller. There's the number. I got the top off this thing already, and I am gonna open this up. I'll take the little tool that they give us, and it should just go on here, just like that, and clip onto it, just so you could actually pull it off. I believe this goes on. It should go on just like this. It should, theoretically, if I'm doing this right. Don't ask me. I'm not a professional, but so this ball goes in the middle of the hole right there, and what this does is it clamps on and holds on to the actual riv right there that you can see all the way around, and when you push this around, this will lock it, and this becomes basically a puller. So I want to say you put this on the inside, you lock it together. Unsure. I am unsure. We're going to do this together, so we're going to see. And of course, when you do that and you put this together, all together, this outside ring right here should slip on. When you put it on, you want to slip this ring on. Slip it on over everything to where it holds it together, so once it applies pressure, this ring keeps it from snapping, pulling out, and it'll allow you to grab it and pull. So let's get this set up, and I can show y'all exactly what it looks like. Let's get this backed up to about here. And I'm doing this while it's on the car still, yes, because of the fact that I do not want to have to deal with this when it's off of the car and having to worry about it pulling or doing something weird with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw this back on the same way y'all saw me unscrew it. but you want to get it centered. Of course, it's being a pain because I have an aftermarket hose. So now that it's on and it's tucked in back there, you can see it right there. It's a little bit of a pain because I have an aftermarket hose. Now you are going to have the hose that has a T that goes down and under. You got to be careful because you could break that T. So you might want to pull off the power steering pump itself and get it out of the way. I'm just going to be honest, just because of the fact that if you say you do have any issues with it, and you can do this on the ground, it's a little bit more hard. And I honestly I'm thinking that might be the way I actually do it, because I don't really want to fight with this. So you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start this back up. I'm going to get that off real quick. I'll get back with you in just a second. What we're going to do is we're going to unscrew this, and then we're going to go after the bolts that are inside the pulley itself here. Which you can see one right there. You can see that bolt right there. There's three, I believe three of them. One, two, and then the third one is on the bottom. Top, bottom, and middle. Right here. So bottom, top, middle. And we're going to get those three off and pull it out. So yeah, give me a second. This is where you're gonna make a mess, but you gotta pull off this little clip right here on the bottom of the power steering pump. So I have it out right now. So you're gonna make a mess with this clip right here, and then of course your high pressure line going to the bottom down there. So let's get these two off, and yeah, so I'm gonna unscrew these and I'll get back with y'all. So I hooked up a line to the high pressure hose, and I am sucking out all the old fluid, and you can tell it's pretty burnt. So we're getting it out. That's what I'm trying to do right now as we speak. But alright, so we got that little piece done with bleeding as much as we can out of the system, or removing as much of the bad oil out of the system. But we're going to take this little piece, crimp it together like that. We're just going to grab it, and you should be able to see it right there. So all I do is just take it, squeeze it, and pull it down. You do got to get your finger in there, just kind of work it down, you know what I mean, together. You just push it down, and that'll slide it down and out. But you do want to be careful because it can pinch your finger. So just get a rag. It's just gonna make a mess, you know. Twist it, see if it'll come off. If it doesn't come off, get your pair of needle nose again, grab onto it and get it to break the little seal, which it does. You just kind of squeeze a little bit. Usually it breaks the seal. And actually, for in this case, this one's coming off really easy, so I'm gonna take my rag and use my needle nose to slide it down. And once we get it off, we'll be in good shape. Just like that. It is off. I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up, and here we go. We have the pump out and ready to pull off the pulley to put on the new pump. Looking at our new pump side by side, they look exactly the same. We have, again, so here's your bolt pattern: top, bottom, middle, or top, middle, bottom, however you want to say it. Bottom, top, middle, bottom, middle, top, whatever. So looks like I have a little damage on this one. I don't know what that's about. Hopefully that's not cracked. Doesn't seem like it. We'll have to look into that and see if it's gonna leak. Doesn't feel like it is, but that might leak. So, but here is your pump information. But what we're gonna do is, as you can see on the side here, it has a little groove. This right here has a double tapered bottom and top, whichever side you use. I'm going to use this side like that, and we are going to get the other side, and you're going to match it up. See how this is a smooth bottom? We're just going to take that, slide it on, and then we're going to take our lovely bolts. We're going to get that in there also, and what we're going to do is put these together just like that. and get our little slide ring, our coupling, whatever you want to call it, and boom, slips on just like that. And you're going to tighten this one, get it centered as much as you can, because of course it's not going to be exactly the same, because this is of course a universal piece. But there we go, we're centered as much as we can. What we're going to do is we're going to turn this way and back this out, or turn it also. I believe we're going to turn it left to back it out and back out onto the bolt. Yeah, so this is going to turn left. It'll essentially pull the whole pulley off, and we're going to hold this with the wrench and turn this left. So I'm going to get that done, or I'll get y'all set up so y'all can watch it. Yeah, so I'll get back with y'all when I get it off. Oh yeah, also is a 16 millimeter wrench, get off the high pressure valve, or the high pressure hose. Forgot about that. And just like that, as y'all saw, I fought with it, but a little bit of a workout to get it off. We got it off. Just got to break this little piece off real quick. Probably just tap it once and it'll kind of fall off because all the pressure's out of it. Let's see, look, there it goes. Just needed a little bit of wiggle. There we go. And just like that, power steering pulley is off of the old pump. Took me putting 2 breaker bars on both sides, which, I mean, of course, you know, when you're fighting with it, you got to do what you got to do. So, but same way, what we're going to do is we're just going to put it on. This time, this one, what it'll do is, I don't think, oh, this one might have the threads for it. Let's see. Yeah, this one does have the threads for it. So, this one, what you're going to do is you're going to screw it into the pump. You're going to put the pulley on as center as you can. You're going to screw this on all the way down till it bottoms out. The main bolt itself, not this, but right there, see how it bottomed out? What you're going to do is you're going to take this, put it on top, grab you a wrench or a actual piece, a wrench itself. Let's see what wrench fits that. See if a 5/8 will fit it. Nope, too small. 7/8's too big. 19, nope. So most likely gonna be a, where's my actual crescent wrench I was using? Put the crescent wrench on it, since I ain't got that size wrench with me. Here, and you're just gonna spin it around. See how this is starting to spin now? To take a, see, is a 16 big enough for it? 16's too big. Yeah, so probably gonna get a 13 millimeter. Let me see what the size it is. That ended up being a 14 millimeter. So what you're gonna do is just get it tightened down, turn this to loosening, and you're just gonna hold it into place while you just go around with the actual crescent wrench and just spin it on until your pulley gets to where it needs to be on the shaft itself. So let me get it down real quick and I'll get back with y'all. Don't mind the bugs in the background, but after some time we got her pushed back all the way on and bottomed out back to where it was on the old pump, exactly flush, and pushed all the way back to where I saw just a little bit. This is what I visibly saw, and as you could tell on the old pump, it did have a little bit showing. So we do have that reference also, but we are gonna get the bottom seals out real quick. Just pull them off, pry them off, whatever you wanna do. And we're gonna get this bolted back up and in the car and get it ready to be bled. Now this did come with 2 O-rings. One that's not an O-ring, it's like a ceramic piece. It came with the white one down there. And this was the old one that was on the pump. I got a new one in my hand. That's gonna slip onto the end of that high pressure hose right there, as you see. Right, oh, don't focus on my finger, right there. So this is literally just gonna take it, you're just gonna slip it on. Oh, well, I lost it. So you just push it back on. I dropped it, so I had to pick it back up and find it. but you just literally just push it back on, slip it on, and that's it for that high pressure hose. I believe I'm gonna do some research for that one, this piece here, because I don't know exactly what that goes to. It looks like a ceramic ring of some sort, so let me look it up and let me figure out what it is real quick. All right, so I found no information on that actual piece. Not that I looked very hard anyways, because I didn't see one when it came off to begin with, so don't know where it came from, but we do have everything back installed, and let's get this back plumbed up. And yeah, so let me get y'all down there. So let me show you what I got going right now. We have a little thin transmission funnel with power steering fluid. We are using a handheld pump, just a little brake bleeder, building up pressure. And what we're doing is I have the supply coming from the reservoir with fluid, and then I have the hose on the high pressure line. Before I plug this back up, what I'm doing is I'm flushing all the bad oil out of the system itself, because this does go through the radiator and all that stuff, so you do have a lot of fluid left in the system which you want to flush out, which is what I'm doing, and this is the cheapest way to do it, unless you get an air line or air hose and you just throw it down on that way. And I mean, that's another easy way to do it too, or buy the fancy stuff, and you know, you could do it that way with doing the actual flush. So that's what I'm working with right now, and as you see, it works great, because that's a lot of dirty fluid left in the system. We are a little bit clear, but I'm trying to get almost completely clear to have fresh fluid in the system completely with this brand new pump, and then we'll get ready to bleed it once we turn it on. Hope y'all can see that 16 mil. And just like that, that's on and ready to go, except for that one little tab right there. So I'm gonna set y'all up so y'all can see how to get it back on. This is just so y'all can see exactly how they go on and what they do when they lock. So you take them, grab them, and bring it back up. See, I get snug here. So I'm just gonna take my little fingers and boom, bada bing, bada boom. We are back on, just like that. So let me get it buttoned up, and all you're doing is throwing the belt back on, which is extremely easy. 15 millimeter socket, put it on here, you know, tighten it back up real quick, put it on. You might not have an aftermarket airbox like I do, but other than that, you're gonna put it back on, fill it back up to capacity. What you're gonna do is turn the car on, turn the wheel all the way over to the left, all the way over to the right, with the top off. Come and look at it, look at the fluid, check the fluid, make sure you're burping out all the bubbles, because that's what you do. It's left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. What it's gonna do is it's gonna burp all the bubbles out of the system and get you set up for your new install, because of course you did flush everything, you did do everything you needed to do, check for leaks, and other than that, that's it. But hopefully this helps, guys. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, reach out to me below in the comments. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe. Y'all have a good day, and hopefully this is the last time we have to work on it for now. But of course, you know, it's my life, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But until then, peace out, love, peace. Do what y'all gotta do. Get to work, man. Enjoy it. Have a good day. Peace.